last year over the past couple weeks?
Yeah, I think a lot of people on the bye week go back and rest and kind of lay back. We went to work and we worked on some of the things that we thought that we should be good at and that we knew we could be good at, and I think it's starting to pay off right now.
Is there more self-evaluation that goes on during a bye week than maybe there is during a typical game week? You watch more film of yourself, stuff like that?
Yeah, for sure. You kind of go back. It's like almost like camp-style practices where you go back to focus on yourself, playing more good on good, practicing versus ourselves and getting ourselves better.
You talked about coming here into Georgia's history with running backs. Is that sort of, when you're out, do you remember in high school, is that what kids talk about? Is that have a reputation that if you want to go to the NFL and be a running back, Georgia's a good place to, obviously has a history of that?
Yeah, we definitely are RBU, and it was a big deal for me coming here. I knew, when you come here, you have a chance at being really good. If you're one of the future backs, you really have a good chance of being really good.
But also you're going to face a lot of competition, probably. So obviously they brought in a lot of backs.
Yeah, but that's fine. I feel like competition makes it, makes iron sharp as iron. I feel like when we have more competition, you end up being better.
What'd you say about your offensive line, Elijah? I mean, you had a couple guys go down, and you still went for 331.
Yeah, our offensive line has done a great job, and it's like a next man up mentality. All of them are very capable of playing and starting at plenty of other places. And whenever they're asked to step in, they come and do their job really well.
I was just wondering, Elijah, when you were being recruited, Nick and Sonny were here, you were coming for visits, what kind of things did they talk to you about as far as joining the brotherhood and whatnot, that you become a part of this? What all did they tell you?
Well, they told me about when they first got here, and then the people that was in front of them, and how that worked out, and it was just like, if you wait your turn, it can really be good for you. So I listened and I came.
How hard is it to stay focused on this game when, Alabama's clinched, you've clinched, and everybody's pointing towards that SEC title game? How do you keep that sense of urgency that you've had the last 2 weeks for this one?
I think Auburn is a really good team, so they have all of our attention. I couldn't see how you could look over a team like Auburn. They're really, really good and have one of the best fronts that we've played so far.
Does last year's game play, the fact that they kind of humbled you last year, does that kind of help and that everybody kind of remembers that game still maybe?
Yeah, because they definitely did last year, so we try not to look over people, and Auburn's a school that you can't do that to.
If some of those young guys like Trey Hill particularly have to play on Saturday, what does it do for their confidence, particularly this weekend, to have a game like y'all had against Kentucky?
Yeah, I think Trey did a really good job. I think he gained some confidence in this game. He blocked really, really well, and I look forward to seeing him play more.
I know it's tailback you and everything, but how much does being a tailback in a diverse offense with skilled guy receivers out there, you guys run out of 4 wides, how much does that help you and DeAndre do what you do?
I think it helps a lot. It gives us a lot more clean boxes. You don't have a lot of free hitters a lot of the time, and our wide receivers do a great job at perimeter blocking as well, so we don't have to worry about that as much. So I think our whole offense as a unit helps us a lot.
And it seems like it's an offense where you can call run or pass any down, first and long, third and long, whatever, and have a reasonable chance of success.
Yes, I think so too. We have a lot of players on our team who are very, very talented, and when you put us all out there together, it works really well.
Kirby talks a lot about those receivers and their ability to block and how important that is. When you guys bring a receiver down into the box, you like that? Do you feel like you guys have an advantage there with your guys against their guys a lot of times?
Yeah, for sure. Our receivers are very, very physical, and they don't mind blocking at all. We kind of work for each other. We do everything for each other. So just like I pass protect for them, he'll go block for me.
Elijah, do you remember your first impressions of DeAndre when he came down here and being a Philly guy and a lot of Georgia guys around here in terms of his makeup, his personality, that kind of thing?
Yeah, some of my family's actually from the northern part, so me and him kind of clicked from the beginning. So we've always been really cool.
What do you think about some of those cuts that he made on one of those touchdowns?
Yeah, that's probably one of the best runs I've seen. So it was very impressive.
What do you say to him when he comes off the sideline? What's your reaction to that?
I told him that's the way you run the ball, man. It was crazy.
And is there any, when the line goes down, with injuries or whatever, is there frustration? And I'll make this two-parter. Does it matter left or right side? What side y'all run behind? You got Andrew on one side, Isaiah on the other.
I don't really mind that. I trust in every single one of my offensive linemen. Whenever one of them step in, I'm never really too worried.
Thanks, Elijah. Thanks.